Alright. Hey there, I'm Alanis here at several states in Chicago talking to Sleepytime Trio here with.
Jonathan, I play the drums.
Dave, I play the guitar.
Yeah, so how do you guys feel about playing the fest tonight? First time playing Chicago in 28 years?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. We stoked. We're stoked to be here. There are a bunch of, friends in bands that we have played with over the last decades. So it's awesome to see them. And then friends that we made here in Chicago. Pumped. It's cold, but we're pumped.
It's cold, yeah.
I love Chicago in the summer. It is fantastic, and it is amazing to experience it now. It's like a challenge,
Physical challenge.
And we drove past the lake and saw how it was frozen. That was amazing. So yeah,
And then you saw someone jog by in shorts, and you're like, what?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Our friends who live here think it's funny how much we talk about how cold it is.
Yeah.
They're so used to it. Yeah.
They're just out here surviving.
Yeah.
But those same friends, they pay attention to what's gonna be, the coldest day of the year, and when it hits, the coldest day of the year, they make sure to go outside.
Yeah.
Every year, because it's like, okay, we're doing it. We're experiencing this. This is where we live. Let's feel it.
Let's embrace the good and the bad.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
That's Chicago, I think. Yeah.
for life in general, I suppose.
Yeah.
So I saw a post you guys made on your Insta about coming back to Chicago. The last time you guys played was July 21st, 1997.
Yeah.
9 days before I was born. Your van
hell
broke down.
yeah.
Your van
Hell
broke down
yeah,
and you guys
dude.
traded at the Fireside Bowl.
So into it.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's amazing.
It's so great.
Yeah, so what was it? Do you have any memories of that show in particular?
I had seen, a friend that I lived with had a videotape of Texas Is the Reason playing at the Fireside Bowl, and of course I had seen heard of the Fireside Bowl, and so I was just so pumped to be coming and playing this legendary place, the world's most horrifying fucking bathrooms. But yeah, I just remember our van was slowly breaking down in the shows leading up to it, breaking down more and more, and just being we gotta make it to this freaking venue that I was we gotta go to this place. So it's kind of awesome to walk into the Fireside Bowl, complete shithole in the best way.
Oh yeah.
So that that's my experience. You can talk about the part, the van falling apart, which is pretty rad.
Yeah. The van definitely broke down. What I just found out was that the person I stayed with while the van was getting repaired, she told me that she had recommended this guy to fix it, but he was he would fix cars, but he was a huge cocaine dealer on the side.
As you do.
So
Side
yeah,
hustle.
exactly.
Or main hustle? I mean, fixing cars
Who
is a
knows?
side hustle?
Yeah. So she was like, I didn't tell you, that I found that out later. So, but he got it. Maybe the cocaine helped him. He got it done pretty quick. Yeah.
Get it done.
So yeah, I love that. I mean, it was the perfect ending for the tour for me, because I spent 7 days just going around Chicago and then driving home by myself in the van. But yeah, it was. I don't remember the show at all.
I don't remember the show. I have pictures
Yeah.
that prove that we played, but I don't have a memory of it. The other part about the van breaking down that I loved was when I remember you telling us that when the mechanic, it had obviously major problems. It was limping along. We barely got here. But when the mechanic took a look, or maybe this was even in the couple of days before we got here, when a mechanic had looked at it and he was like, well, I'm seeing a pretty big problem, and that is you got bits of engine in the oil. The van was literally eating itself. He's like, this is not going to last long.
Yeah. So looking back at all those memories, and you've over the years, Sleepytime Trio's kind of come in and out over the time. But recently, you guys put out a full discography release. How does it feel looking back on the history of what you've done?
It's crazy that it's like the shows we played this earlier this year or last year was like I guess that was September October timeframe. They were like it was crazy that there's a whole new like I mean you're a young person like there are all these young people who are interested, which seems crazy to me, but I know that all this stuff is cyclical, but
Angst is eternal.
yeah. Like that is so true. Like I don't know yet. There were a lot of memories that came up. It's really interesting, like being with three other guys that I consider some of my best friends in the world. You know that we get to do this. You know, and like to me, like the best description of it is like Drew, the other guitar player, says like this is like other guys might be like, oh, this is their yearly fishing trip.
Yeah.
Like for us, this is what we do is like, you know, this is our hangout, you know.
Yeah, ditto.
Yeah.
Same. It's so awesome to be able to still get to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, and like, do you notice a difference between like some of the people during your time, like in the '90s mostly, and like now, like maybe like a different attitude with the crowd, or maybe some things that have carried through?
Yeah, I mean, when we were playing music, our scene was like a rejection of like the meat-headed hardcore, like moshy stuff. And so I think maybe the pendulum swung a little too far in terms of like the audience feeling like they couldn't move and couldn't bump into each other. Like the culture when we went to shows was like stand there, arms crossed. You know, if you're really feeling it, you know, nod your head. But like there wasn't like sort of like moshing or slam dancing was like not encouraged.
Awesome. That's Drew.
So
No, you're good.
I went and saw Unwound, which I had seen them in 1995, and it was you know, people standing, arms crossed, and I mean I loved that band.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like one of my favorite bands of all time. But like it was like arms crossed. Like the way I show that I love this band is by nodding my head real good. And I went and saw them on, you know, a couple of years ago in New York, and all the younger people were like, you know, like stoked and jumping and running into each other, not in like the moshy hardcore meat-headed way, in this awesome communal, you know, like whatever shared experience where they're all like whatever, and that is like so fun for me to see. And like the type of music that we play, you should be able to feel like on the best night it is a shared experience, and if people want to, you know, encounter each other in a non-violent way, then like in a consensual way.
You want to go to an emo show and not have to put in a mouth guard.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, there were like us going to shows. Like I went to shows. My first show was GBH, No Need to Panic tour. I was like 14, 15, and I had never been in a mosh pit before. And this is like the old 930 Club in DC. There were people with green mohawks, like
Real deal punks.
Yeah, over their head. And then we got in the mosh pit. I mean, I was suddenly in a mosh pit. I had no, And there was a guy who had like 1 inch or 2 inch spikes on the back of his jacket.
Ouch, dude.
And
All
of a sudden I was just Iron Maidened onto this guy on the back, and I was like around like one of his spikes in my chin, and I was just like, ah! But the DC scene and like the energy of it, like the growing up seeing Fugazi, Positive Force shows, like that's like when I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, this is like an energy thing, You know, that's what I want to
Yeah.
convey with our band is like, it's an energy thing that you, like my wife did not understand this music at all by listening to it. But when she saw us the first time one of our reunion shows, she was like, I get it now.
Right.
Like I understand. Because people, it just went nuts. And like that place was just like, and it's a cathartic thing that people need that don't, I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to brag about any band that provides that energy,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah.
And like you mentioned Fugazi in there, and I can't help but think about like you talk about the emotional. It's the quote of Emocore where he's like, they call it emotional hardcore, as if hardcore wasn't emotional enough.
Right.
Do you really
exactly.
like? Did you see that evolution in hardcore turn into emo, like from the scene you were in, with your proximity to DC?
Yeah, definitely. Like my friends who were in like Hugal and then Hose Got Cable, I remember in Hugal like they first encountered like Rites of Spring and stuff, and they were like, "What is this fucking poetry?" Like very like angry about it, but then
Piece of
also
glass
like,
caught in my throat.
yeah. What is it? I'm starting to feel things like very like.
hurts. I don't like it.
What is this? Yeah, and then got into it. They
Yeah.
were like, "This is," then Embrace, Rites of Spring, all that. And then Fugazi, like One Last Wish, like all this stuff was like a stepping stone to then, what we became, I think. But it was interesting to see that because it's almost like an evolution of a person. You know, as you are like in middle school, you're like this bubbling cauldron of like, I have a middle schooler right now. It's like, he'll go from 0 to 100,
Yeah.
you know, and then back down again. That's what it is. You need this outlet, I feel like,
Yeah.
which is hilarious because he plays classical music. But yeah,
It's an outlet. It's an outlet.
yeah, it works. Yeah.
Ugh, no one gets me. Only Stradivarius does.
Exactly.
Dad, it's Vivaldi. Get cultured.
Dad, you never get Mozart. That's amazing. I love
Son, how's that
so much.
Beethoven? It's Bach, Dad.
Yeah.
Damn.
So dumb.
It's not even classical. It's Baroque era.
Yeah. Totally.
But yeah, that's awesome.
That's
like,
amazing. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of a funny rebellion on his part, you know, as a punk rock dad to have a classical music kid. But yeah, like that. Yeah, it is. But he's kind of getting into the Beatles now, so he's got his own
Oh, there's a pipeline.
His own
journey.
journey,
Yeah.
There's a pipeline. You're gonna show him like Usurp Synapse or Daughters or Hella, and be like, listen,
Yeah.
these time signatures are all over the place
There
and
you
they're
go.
playing fast.
Show him the brainy stuff.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
That's such a great idea.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
my wife's her favorite band is Paulvo,
Oh, okay.
so he's got a little bit of
the
a taste.
mathy stuff in there.
Yeah, it's be like, you know, these guys are playing 11/8, son. It's like,
Yeah.
It's like, I can play that. I'm
Yeah.
sure you can. Anyway, I'm just gonna leave this copy of Hold Your Horses here.
Yeah.
So like, what do you think comes, like, if we're following this like evolution, do you see it getting more, like, do you see the scene continue to grow from here on out? Are you optimistic about it?
As far as what's going to happen, I kind of feel like everything's cyclical, so it might go around again to like, who knows what, like 80s pop, who knows. I mean, I kind of,
I don't have enough hairspray for hair metal, okay?
What's that?
I don't have enough hairspray for hair metal.
Yeah. Hair metal might
Darkness
happen.
not gonna- Well, the darkness kind of came, or yeah, that was sort of a revival.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the one good thing about humans is, I mean, we don't have many good things, but one good thing is that I don't worry about, like, people will be like, oh, my wife will also be like, we got to make sure the kids like the right kind of music, like they're into The Cure, they're into like, you know, like alternative music, and I'm like, all this stuff, like
Yeah, there's no one path. There's no one right. There's a right path to where you are right now.
Yeah.
But then like yeah.
Look, all roads lead to saying Dark Side of the Moon is the best album ever, but it's not even Pink Floyd's best album.
Yeah.
You start in your own way, though.
Yeah, and also there will always be a percentage of people who will want something real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There will always be people who reject like this.
Processed, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like coming from Virginia and like speaking of some of the shows you played last year, You guys played show with Page 99. I've interviewed City of Caterpillar, and then bands like Infant Island. It feels like the Virginia scene has like been continued to just gain momentum and steam. And every 5-6 years, there's a band that comes out of that area that redefines the genre. What do you think makes Virginia special?
I mean, when we were coming up, I can definitely say that like cost of living supported people easily living a creative life. It was like I can work 2 days a week on some mindless thing and then spend the rest of my time on my art or on my music or whatever. It's like not as easy anymore, but like, you know, for a long time, like Richmond was, you know, sort of interesting enough to breed like, you know, folks that were doing smart things and interesting things, but it wasn't such a bustling city that you know, like trying to be in a band in New York is like the hardest thing on earth, because yeah, just everything is stacked against you. In a city like Richmond, you had a bunch of other creative people who were able to spend their time doing creative things because it was very easy to make ends meet. And that honestly feels like a pretty big, for the visual art scene, for, you know, music scene, like that definitely feels like a real thing.
Yeah.
And it's also just a culturally rich, I mean, everywhere is, but like Virginia was like the capital of the Confederacy, but it also has like, so there's, you know, people who are bucking against tradition, and you know, whatever, years of repression of like, yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, so where do you want to take Sleepytime Trio from here? Do you want to continue to keep doing festivals?
To Brazil.
New album? Go to Brazil?
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
I would do that. Yeah.
Hey, Orchid's going to Brazil.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they're doing a whole South America run.
We saw
and
that.
one show in Texas.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Don't know who they're.
Yeah. No, I think it's really fun.
Wait, one easy question.
One question, Ben.
I promise you it's easy. The answer's yes. No. I promise it's easy.
He's out. He escaped.
To be fair, what was his favorite progressive rock band of the 70s? So he actually gave it a good answer.
Nice.
Magma.
The answer's yes.
Yeah.
We already told you.
I know, it's a good answer. See?
Dude, he crushed it.
I know.
He's sort of clairvoyant.
I know. I told him he'd be perfect because he had nothing to worry about.
That's awesome. Dude, nailed it.
But yeah, the final question though is, what is the Sleepytime Trio song you're most proud of?
Oh man, that's a good question.
It changes.
Uh-huh.
It changes. I am a sucker for 30 Equals because it's our most emo song, and that's just my vibe. But since we've been playing, you know, recently, the sleeper for me, that, you know, isn't like a, you know, crowd favorite, is Like My Plane.
Yeah.
Like that one sort of snuck up on me. Like, this is a kind of a banger.
Yeah. The interesting about Like My Plane is like, I realized that I have to play the guitar harder than I normally do.
Yeah.
Like I was like, this is intricate, I gotta play it. But then I was like, oh no, it is abrasive.
Yeah, right. This isn't supposed to be precise. Right?
Yeah. So once I figured that out, I agree with you. Like it is, like I liked it more once I let go of
Unlock
like.
the cheat code.
Yeah. That's interesting. I don't know. Yeah, and 30 Equals is also one of my favorites because I was proud not to be, I don't know, whatever about it, but I liked the clean part that I came up with in the beginning. And I was, as like an emo kid, I was like, oh yes, this is it. Yeah.
tugging the heartstrings.
Yeah. I know. And then you also are with the two members of the band who will proudly wear the emo flag.
I was
That's right.
I was gonna ask that follow-up of, did you identify it as emo back in the 90s?
Hell yes.
Hell yeah. Big time. And you know, so David came from punk and hardcore, and you know, and found his way into emo, and I never got into like punk and hardcore. I went from alternative straight to emo. You know, because I was like scared of hardcore.
Yeah.
But yeah, like absolutely, when I found out about emo, I was like, this is me.
Well, yeah, thank you so much for doing this.
Awesome.
I
Yeah,
can't wait to see you guys
thank
play
you.
tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
And then I just have one outro for you guys to do.
Oh,